A person who's continually walking this path of being psychic and sensitive without feeling always being bombarded by information. I can't be the only one going through this. We all get affected by events of the world to varying degrees. Saturday, I was feeling out of sorts. Super emotional and crying, and chalked it up to my cycle. I've never had PMS like that before. I thought, oh, this is why this is happening. I can pin it on something. Then my cycle didn't start the next day. How it relates to the psychic stuff is I didn't turn the news on all weekend, but then I did hear about Buffalo shooting. With all the traumatic events that happened this week in the news, that relates to my mood, because right before Thich Nhat Hanh died, who I love so much. I know even though he passed on, his energy is still with us. But right before he died, I had a similar feeling. I was noticing I'm sad for no reason. I can't explain it. Over the past 2 weeks or so, there have been events that popped into my mind for various reasons. I don't even know what to do with the information. If I'm receiving information that's not helpful or there's nothing I can do with it, I don't get why I'm receiving it. Maybe there is no why to it. There's a part of me that doesn't know what to do with this. It is a little bit disruptive when all of a sudden, for no reason, I'm crying and everything is upsetting me. And there's nothing that I can pinpoint it to. At least if it happens when the event that everybody gets all upset about happens, then I feel, oh, it makes sense. I'm crying because this thing happened. But when I'm crying before the thing even happens, there's a part of me that doesn't know how to fit and be a regular person in a world that I'm feeling lots of things and I can't explain them. It's not neat and tidy at all. One of the thoughts that I'm playing around with, what if I have a 15-minute time where I just sit there with the notebook and I'm like, this is the time to talk to me. This is the time for the information to come. If it's not going to come now, don't send it to me later. That would be kind of nice if I could contain it. When I'm doing a reading for someone, I open the space and it's contained. How do I navigate this? I don't want to use the word burden, but it does feel like it takes time. Which, being a spiritual person in this way, or being a hypersensitive person, I know that I need more time and buffer from the world to process and work with all that I'm going through. I recognize that. I still haven't figured out what is a good amount of time that makes me still feel I can live in a quasi-normal way in terms of doing things that I enjoy and my emotions aren't necessarily going to be all over the place. These are a lot of my thoughts. I welcome any thoughts that you all have. Yay.